name?
Sam Dehne, the Encyclopedia of Reno Government. I'm an Air Force Academy graduate. I spent many years flying B-52 bombers and F-4 Phantoms, defending our nation against enemies inside of the border and outside of the border. For the last 18 years, I have been the citizen watchdog of Reno, Nevada, with 4,727 public testimonies before various government agencies. Many of the testimonies justifiably critical of our government. That leads into the fact that a couple of days ago, I ran into a young West Point graduate who had moved to town about a year ago, and we got to talking, and I asked him if he had heard of me, and he said, oh yeah. He said people tell him, the people that he's met, whoever they are, tell him that Sam is getting too radical. I said, you should have seen me 10 years ago if you think I'm getting too radical now. Anyway, we talked for a little while. He was relatively new to Reno. He was surprised that Reno is not doing a lot better than it is doing. When he moved here, he could have gone, before he moved here, he could have gone to several places and maybe even had a better jobs at those places. But he checked out Reno, loved the place, loved the ambiance, loved everything about it, and decided to come here because he thought Reno was a great place. And as far as I know, he had never even been here before. He had retired from the Air Force. I mean the Army, excuse me, West Point graduate. At any rate, we got to talking more about Reno, and he wanted to know what I thought of Reno, and I said, I think the same thing. I moved to Reno long before him because I thought Reno was a wonderful place. I still think Reno is a wonderful place. We've got more good things in this town per capita than any city in all of America, and that is a fact. And I'm not even going into the list unless I have a little extra time of all some of the wonderful things about Reno. But he was wondering, this young man was wondering why we can't get people to move here to take over some of the jobs. We're 25,000, we have 25,000 unemployed people, according to what he'd heard, 25,000 unemployed workers in Reno. Why can't we get companies to come here so those people, those 25,000 people, can get good jobs? Well, he told me that there were some rumors that thanks to this Apple coup that Reno and Nevada has made, where Apple is going to bring good jobs and that sort of thing to Reno, and that might be creating a magnet for other good companies to come to Reno. And I said, you know, that's really strange. I warned Reno about the bad times for the last 18 years, and I'm happy to. I'm so glad you told me that, because now I'm going to be happy to come to the table and advise Reno that maybe things are not as bad as they've been looking for the last 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, and maybe things are going to get better. And Sam, if they would hire Sam or just recruit Sam as the ambassador, Sam could get those people to come to Reno.
Thank you very much.